Let me go to Mary in Florida. Hi, Mary.
Hi, Dan. Appreciate you so much. My husband and I want to make some moves. We want to become more biblically responsible, and we just appreciate your viewpoint so much.
Thank you.
But I'm talking about. I feel like I'm moving boulders here. I mean, I'm 64. My husband, he's going to be 69. My mom is 90, and I'm completely in charge of her stuff. She doesn't even know whether she has money or not. So I got to help her, and I just need to know if some of the things we might want to do are wise or even ethical. Because my name's on all her stuff.
Okay.
But I'm handling about 10 different statements from 10 different places, and I don't know if any of it's biblically responsible.
Right.
Begun to be convicted about this. We want to get into the foundation and get a charitable gift annuity. We want to move into Schwab, start following your asset allocation models.
Okay.
And the main thing I need to know is if you have some advice. Could I put all three of our things together and handle it that way, following your asset allocation model?
I would.
To do?
Well, let me ask you this, Mary. Are you going to be? Are you the heir, the sole heir to your mother's?
To the accounts that my name is on.
Yes.
I am the sole heir, and if she doesn't need the money,
yes,
my brother and I will divide it if there's anything left.
Okay.
So I'm responsible to take care of it.
Right. Well, here's the thing. I mean, if this is, you've got to be careful with that pot. So you've got these pots of money. You've got to be careful with that, because I wouldn't want you to put that money at too much risk for fear of a downturn. And your mother's using this money obviously or you're using this money obviously for her care. So I wouldn't want you to wake up one morning and find out that you have $5,000 less than you did the day before, and this is money that you're dependent upon to care for her. So that's the reason why, the only reason why I would not want to combine it all. I would be perfectly okay otherwise in combining it. But I think that you need to keep, because I would probably want, even the allocation that I would see for you guys, you and your husband, would probably be a little bit more aggressive even than we might want to see for your mother's money. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
So I know from a standpoint of ease, it would be great to combine it all, but I think it probably wouldn't be prudent. So what I would suggest, though, if your mother has multiple accounts, you certainly need to get all those in one account. And I think that you ought to do that. So that's not an issue. So you can get that all in one place. So maybe what you do, if you're opening an account at Scottrade or Schwab or whatever you're doing there, that you do two, and you can do one. And I would suggest, by the way, that you do an account that's a joint account with you and your husband, and then and that's your account, and then you do an account that's only in your name, and that's where you're going to transfer this other money in, and that money would be, because that, and whatever's left in that account, is either going to be all yours or you're going to give some of that to your brother. But I would put that in just your name, and you can make, if you'd like, on that account, the beneficiary of that account to be your brother or your husband, whatever you want to do. So, but that's how I would set it up. And I think that would make a lot more sense. I think your mother's money, depending on how much she has, should be probably less aggressive than the other pot of money. Does that make sense?
Yes. Do
Okay.
you have an asset allocation for somebody who's 90?
Well, yeah, I kind of do in my head. It's called cash.
Cash.
You know, just
Cash.
yeah,
Yes.
put it in the money market account and forget
All
about it.
right.
I mean, I wouldn't again because I would say really, Mary, if it were, you know, 7 years ago, I probably would have had a legitimate. You know, I probably would have said, well, you know what, why don't, you know, put a little bit here in this particular stock or that sector of the economy or whatever. But right now, because of the way things are, I don't think it would be wise to put any of it at a risk of a downturn, you know, or a market downturn. So I wouldn't expose any of it at this point. I would have it. So even if you did put it in another account, a brokerage account, I'd have it all sitting in the money market account.
All right. And Schwab has a money market.
Yeah. Schwab will have money markets. Yes. Anywhere you go, we'll have a money market account. Yep.
All right. The joint account between me and my husband, can we each get a Roth in a joint account?
Well, no. So what you would do is you each have to open up a Roth. So you might need a joint account where, you know, you have some monies in, and then you would each have to have a Roth account. That's two separate accounts because you can't have two names on an IRA account. So it's only going to be, so if you have Roth account money that you want to roll over or any other IRA money that you want to roll over, you have to have that as a separate account.
Okay, great. You've helped so much. Thank
Good.
you.
All right. Thank you, Mary.